Hello, and welcome to another week of the Abusecartoons Livestream. Hope we're okay with the sound. It seems a little low. This microphone, for some reason, took a dive in sensitivity, and I still haven't resurrected it. So, yeah, let me bump it up just a little bit more. Just so it's, I don't want to get too much room sound, but yeah, it's pretty bad. So let me know how it sounds in the chat. And you caught me while I was waiting for the stream to get going, a little pre-drawing, but I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I might redraw the gummy bear part of this. But I was thinking about the old kind of P.T. Barnum style. Wonders of the world, and I thought a gummy bear mermaid would be pretty funny. So like a Swedish fish and a gummy bear. So we'll see if I can pull this off. So there's half of a gummy bear. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to read as what it is, and it might look a little bit disturbing. Oops. And then half of a Swedish fish. So I guess just a fish head, right? They have eyes. Do Swedish fish have eyes? Hey, True Help, how's it going? Good to see you. I just got back from a jog. Nice. Oh, good, good. I'm glad the sound is okay. Oh, perfect. A Swedish mermaid bear. Let me see if I got the look. Oh yeah, they're pretty realistically shaped. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So something that the discarded. Oh yeah, maybe something like that. The discarded parts, and then the. Yeah, I think the this paw here, it needs to be a little just chubby round, that weird roundness that gummy bears have. Actually, I'm exaggerating the their arms a little much, but I want it to read as arms and not anything else. And I think they've got eyes too. Let's double check that as well. Oh, yeah, no, they're pretty amorphous. They're just little blobs. Nice. Hope things are going well for everybody. That's great timing, Drew Hell. Oh yeah, they do have eyes. Their arms aren't quite as extended, but I wanted to make it read a little bit better. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple of different, like a seated version. There's those German ones. There we go. So do we do different colors? Yeah, I guess we should do multiple colors to make it a little more interesting, like a blue and a red, maybe. Yeah, Swedish fish I always think of as red. Well, let's try this. Just do bright red. And then the gummy bear, green or blue, or orange, and maybe like a fun blue. color a little bit darker so I can put some highlights on it. I don't know, maybe green. Yeah, blue is it's a little flat. Let's try some, yeah, because you can do brighter green. Yeah, that's more, that can read as more candy. There we go. And contrast a little bit more. This is a simple one. Yeah, so sorry, it was kind of pre-drawn. I had the idea, I'm like, yeah, let me get this down before I completely forget. Was it? Oh, the Fiji mermaid. That's what it was. I was trying to remember what that attraction was called. In the when was that? The probably like the 30s, 40s. Fiji mermaid. So it was just a monkey sewn to a fish tail. It was a skeleton. That's right, a monkey skeleton. Yeah. So the Fiji mermaid. Yeah, so P.T. Barnum exhibit. Oh, geez, I was way off. I was 100 years off. Exhibited in New York in 1842, but then it disappeared. Yeah, it was a skeleton of a monkey and a fish. Yeah, that's funny. So it was described by people that saw it as an ugly, dried-up, black-looking, diminutive specimen about 3 feet long, with its mouth open, tail turned over, and its arms thrown up, giving the appearance of having died in great agony. American sea captain Samuel Barrett bought the mermaid from Japanese sailors in 1822 for $6,000. In 1822, $6,000 had to be like $6 million, using money from the ship's expense account. Yeah, so this also may be just yeah, a tall tale about how it came into being. Other accounts say an American whaler bought it from a Dutch-Indonesian ship. It's believed to be one of the many manufactured commercially in Japan by fishermen with a sense of humor. Ah, so it may have been a Japanese joke. Interesting. And yeah, sell them to the Western sailors. But if that's true, $6,000, that's insane. Or maybe that's adjusted. I hope that's adjusted for today's money. That's an insane amount of money for the 1840s. I think they paid less for Manhattan. Wow. Yeah, because people would pay a nickel to see these kinds of attractions. Like there'd be a case, and they would tell you this, story of this thing, and then say, and for only a nickel, you can step up and see it. And it was always one of those weird things. And that was dying off. That like carnival freak stuff was dying off by like the 50s, because I think I remember my mother in like elementary school, so it would have been the 1950s in the U.S., saying she got to shake hands with the crab boy. So the crab boy was traveling somewhere near her, and it was just a birth defect, a guy with a birth defect trying to make some money. All right, there we go. The Gummy Mermaid. Yeah, I've eaten so much gummy candy lately. I guess I've got gummy on the brain. I tried to spare you guys from more gummy, more weird premium gummies. There was a ton of them still at the convenience store. They must be popular with the kids. But this week is the convenience store is going to be a little bit of a torture test. The things I do for you, my beloved chatters. Oh, I didn't get it all. One more. Yeah, let's pull this up a little bit. Yeah, so scale. Scale's going to look a little off. But there's nothing, maybe we should draw a penny in the background. But nothing to give away the scale. So let me just remember. Oh, actually, it's I, isn't it? Gummy mermaid. Let me just remember something like that. All right. And let me put some eyes on everything just to have that little bit more. Oh, sorry, the chat's not up. Definitely looks very odd. Oh, yeah, right. Believe it or not, a museum. That's right. Oh, that's great. Get back to jogging. Yeah, hopefully every normal aspect of life is getting back to it. That's great. Yeah, people had to stop doing everything. And it's weird, too. There's so many places that are sticking to the restrictions they made during COVID as excuses for maybe the eyes here on this one. To save money and limit services. Because I heard there was a maybe we'll do here. That'll be funnier because it looks more weirdly attached. That a lot of places that were 24 hours in America, and which is kind of expensive because they have to pay overnight staff. They have to essentially pay like a third shift of people, and have very little business. But a lot of restaurants and fast food and coffee shops and stuff offered 24-hour service, and they wanted to cut it back, so they used COVID as the excuse to cut it back without upsetting people. But then they just never went back to it after the COVID restrictions. And even heard things like hotels, like nice hotels, don't do room service carts anymore. Because that was what's susceptible to too many people interacting with your food. So they just do kind of the DoorDash kind of like cardboard boxes of anything you order and then just hand it to you in a paper bag. So yeah, it's a good way to discontinue service or restrict service for customers and then just blame COVID. So that's too bad. That's amazing that but no, I guess not that surprising for business because they don't want to upset customers and they want to make changes. So that's a good way to do it. Just justify. Just like they did with everything else. Justifying everything that way. But yeah, so it's good. It's good to hear. Getting back to the pre-pandemic, pre-end of the world state. Although we might have another end of the world coming. The way everyone's talking, I really don't like how for attention people are trying to say that most outrageous thing they can think of. And I guess once you're not connected, see that's the thing. People are frustrated with the way that like a lot of American news sources and things are just parroting talking points from the American government or a political party or whatever. And the alternative to that is people just saying the craziest thing they can think of for attention and for clicks. So both both of those are miserable, bad ways of sharing information online. Yeah, it just always tends that way. The most spectacular, that old newspaper saying, if it bleeds, it leads. So the thing that will get the most people, gasping is what gets reported. It's funny. It's just like the same thing again and again, just different media. We've done this before. We've done this when the printing press was invented, and we did this when television was invented, and radio, War of the Worlds. Although I've heard that War of the Worlds was actually, what was it? There's something weird about so they're saying like, oh, people tuned into the Orson Welles Mercury Theater, like radio production of War of the Worlds late, and they thought it was real, and people were freaking out. But they said that wasn't actually true, and it was a fake story to combat the threat of television. So I think television had just started and radio was worried, and so they had this kind of publicity stunt. So nothing happened, and nobody had actually thought that, but they pretended that that's what was going on, so that they could look at the power of radio. Isn't it an amazing medium, folks? Television could never do that. It's not on the air long enough, yeah. Because that was back in the days when television was like literally, you had 4 hours or something of programming if you were anywhere near where they were broadcasting those early test markets. But I think that's what it was. It was a kind of that looks weird. A publicity stunt just for promoting radio because it was feeling threatened already. Yeah, I wonder if that's made it to the Wikipedia page yet, or if that's still just a theory. Radio. Yeah, Mercury Theater on air. The infamous radio broadcast was a magnificent fluke. No, I heard more that it was a hoax. Yeah, so maybe they're still going with that story. Terrified a nation, yeah. Because I forget what it was, but always when people do those essays and things on YouTube, they do the better ones do supporting documentation and stuff. And I think he had that, and was talking about like interviews with whoever, saying that let's do like an L. Interviews with like technicians and stuff, saying that wasn't happening at all. We got no phone calls at the station, and it was what was it? Paramount? What was the radio? Columbia Broadcasting. 38 though. No, that couldn't have been. Television wasn't anywhere near, was it? Yeah, because television still looked terrible in the 50s. No, the first time it was demonstrated was 27, so it's possible that a few people had receivers. That's crazy. Yeah, so demonstrated in 27, but there was by 39. Yeah, no, there's not the timing doesn't match. That was 38. You have to go back and source that. What would you call that? War of the Worlds was a hoax. Oh, a newspaper. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. There we go. Yeah, it was newspaper related. So yeah, because it was way pre-television. Let's do Wikipedia together. Okay, so dramatized tape of real events rather than a mere play. Oh, so just copied something that happened on the BBC. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to recheck that. I'm surprised it didn't make it onto actual broadcast from the first mention of the meteorites falling on New York City was less than 40 minutes. Yeah, they're still promoting this whole thing. Come on, why is this so huge? There we go. Causes. It was later indicated people missed the report of the no extent. They're still, yeah, Wikipedia's still saying no, it wasn't a totally happened, totally. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah. The Wikipedia is all full of the. It was a real thing, and oh my God, everyone was panicking. Hmm. Yeah. So the broadcast and subsequent publicity brought the 23-year-old Wells attention of the general public and gave his reputation as innovator, storyteller, trickster. Huh. Widespread outrage. The program's news. Yeah. Hmm. No, I heard something that was talking about that. It was a manufactured scare that something, some reason that they wanted to do it, and there was evidence of that. What is real? Okay, guess that'll have to do. I think I'm doing too much detail. All right, so this can't be all gray. What's the other color? What other colors of PVC are there? There's black and, well, here, there's black and gray. I think there's like a reddish brown. Oh, well, yeah, I guess in the craft world, there's a billion colors of PVC. And just some kind of DIY PVC. Yeah, there's like an orangey brown, a white, and a gray. So let's do those kind of colors for just so this isn't too monotone. A blue. Those are pretty thick though. Yeah. So I'll just do gray, white, and then that weird reddish brown. Wow. The wonders they can do with polyvinyl. Nice. Oh yeah, none of your stores are 24 hours anymore. Yeah, that is too bad because it's super convenient, especially when you have some crazy schedules and stuff. Oh, interesting. Oh wow, that says the aliens. Yeah, that's funny. I have to track down that video again and find out. Yeah, yeah. That oh, and it may be like it may have had real consequences, but it may have been a manufactured. The misunderstanding of it may have been very manufactured. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I can't remember. It was just one of those. Did you know kind of YouTube videos. They can't debunk everything, can they? There's nothing to believe in anymore. All right, maybe yeah, these larger and kind of then crunch them together a little bit. Oh, maybe this guy can be a little bit off. Here we go. Just move all this up a little. All right. The excitement of PVC joints and pipes. Yeah, so kind of a darker gray and then that reddish brown. And what was I going to do for the other one? Maybe no, black is not good. Oh, there's maybe a bluish. That'll be a nice contrast. I don't think it's all that accurate, but there we go. All right. PVC party. Yeah, I did a lot of to do when we were filming at the office, like pre-COVID, when we were actually getting together in bigger groups and filming at the office. I'd build big green screens and stuff with PVC pipe frames. Yeah, what was that one? I built a green screen above us, and used like a smaller camera. So I did like the table, and then above us was like the tabletop, I think, and that was keyed out. I keyed out the big green screen that I had like above us on a PVC stand. It's nice because you can, it's not super sturdy, but you can, without gluing it or anything, putting it together, and then you can break it down, because it was a shared space in the building, so we couldn't leave stuff up, and but you could build kind of interesting temporary stuff with PVC. And I've thought about doing a little bit more like lighting rigs and stuff in the main office for shooting tabletop games. We'll see if that happens. All right. Wow, this is going to be a quick quick week. Why did PVC pipe? I guess I started drawing it. Let's set it off a little bit. There we go. All right. Oh, and how about this joint is seated clumsily. Let's see here. There we go. Something like that. Oops. Yes, what a weird age of information we live in. Yeah, because all the bad practices of journalism have been just amplified. We thought it was bad when there was the 24-hour news cycle that was like demanding cable news. Have too many stories. And now that's nothing compared to the what the internet demands. Yeah, and at that time when they were talking about that, the 24-hour news cycle, that was, such a thing. They had no idea it's going to get so much worse. All right, so we got Gummy Mermaid. This is kind of a, for Unknown Girl's request. I think she donated for a mermaid, so this will be, I didn't see her online, and maybe the schedule's a little off, but she's got a mermaid this week, a gummy bear mermaid. All right. Yeah, there's a couple of odd ones this week, but we'll just do that. So let's see. We'll take a quick look last week how things went down. Let me switch over to comments, and then we'll write these things. There we go. All right. Yeah, I wonder, that War of the Worlds thing now is bugging me. Can I go back and check that? Yeah, the timeline's totally wrong for television. Or maybe it was, oh, shoot. Yeah, I forget. But I thought it was there was like a media clash. Yeah, but Wikipedia is just saying all it did was bolster Orson Welles' reputation. Anyhow, so where is this page? There it is. Okay, so 31st, last week, the so it got some attention. Oh yeah, and they wish they would empty their pockets. Nice. The change in the dryer, and then also the I don't think people got what I was doing there. The stained tomato stained Tupperware. It got some love, but the stew got a great way to remind him. Yeah, they think it's stew or something that it's supposed to be. Maybe a little bit fainter would have helped. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe like a ring, like a band around it, so it obviously didn't look like it was full of something. But that's not how the stain usually works. But yeah, maybe a banding around it, like a stain around the edge. But oh well. Maybe somebody got it. Came across for somebody. Okay, so let's catch up to where we need to be here. Which is not here. What? No, no, no. Yeah, none of this. Wow, I've got multiple windows of the same thing open everywhere. There we go. All right, so 2014, November. November 4th. There we go. Being free with $20 of gasoline actually made him the more expensive beverage and therefore better. Haha. All right, well, let's see if we're on track here. So we'll do November, December, January. Yeah, there we go. So November 6th, 2014, it was obvious. Let me get this, sorry, get this out of the way a little bit. There we go. So it was obvious. Oh, I'm keying very badly, my weird blue. I didn't notice that before, sorry. I'm sparkly. See if I can make that go away. Oh, or make it worse. That would be a good thing too. There we go. Stop sparkling. A little bit better. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't notice. I am not so observant. November 6th, it was obvious that to make this work, they would need a bowl. And the comments go, anybody remember the assortment of tiny boxes, different kinds of cereal? Yes, we do. Oh, they're all replies. I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, what were those called? Yeah, Kellogg's made them. I just liked them as a kid because they're miniature. There wasn't enough cereal in there to even eat. You'd need to eat like 2 or 3 of them. But they were tiny cereal boxes. And they even had instructions, I guess because they assumed they could work for camping or, summer camp or whatever. And there were instructions and actually perforation on the box to open it, like do an eye incision on the back of the box and open it on its side and then slice into the wax paper bag in there and then pour milk directly into the bag. Yes. Wait, let me Google this. What are they called? They had a name, like something pack. There we go. Variety Fun Pack. Of course, it's called Variety Fun Pack. There we are. So let me. I don't want to bring up an Amazon page. There we go. I'll just drag this. So here's a quick. This is what I'm talking about. These little tiny boxes, Crispix. Geez, is that a thing? But they'd make these little tiny individual boxes, and there's nothing for scale, but they're literally like this big. Where's the camera? Where am I? What's going on? They're very small. They were very small boxes, and they had. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're all here. Oh, there we go. And so this was the gag. This was the gimmick. Is that they were perforated and there was instructions to cut like this. I guess it was a plastic bag by that point. And they honestly thought that you could just slice it open like that and pour milk into it and make it more of a portable cereal bowl. Yes. Fun Pack, that's right. There was like sometimes like one. I think that was the thing where this kind of pack made you feel like there was some cereal that was more special than others. Because I think in like some of these packs, like there's one Apple Jacks or one Lucky Charms or something. So it gave and then 2 of other probably cheaper cereals. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Family Fun Pack, Variety Fun Pack. Sorry. 10 little boxes of cereal, and literally it probably cost more than a box of cereal, these little boxes, and the actual quantity was so small inside each that you're probably paying for like a quarter of a cereal box full of stuff. Anyhow, nostalgia. Yes, everyone remembers, and we even Googled it. November 11th. See, this is me taking advantage of the digital copy-paste and copy and pasting a bunch of smartphones. Thanks to their to protective cases, they were in pristine condition and insanely obsolete. Yeah, I noticed that. That was, I think, my first Japanese smartphone. I put a case on it right away, and then when it stopped working, I took it out of the case, and it was in insanely nice condition because it never got scratched or anything. Manufacturers should be required to recycle these gadgets. Yes. Yeah, it's such a... Yeah. Sure, add $50 to the initial selling price and give a $25 credit towards a new gadget. Yeah. It's becoming such a scam now. Because there was some government control, and always, so in Japan there was some price limits to what cell phone carriers could charge. They had to lower and have a very affordable, like lower tier for cell phone plans. And so to make up that extra money, the cell phone carriers in Japan are now demanding you return the phone back because they give you a 3-year contract on the phone and a 2-year contract on the plan. So unless you're going to pay an additional year, use the same phone on a new contract, or pay for something you're not using, then you give it back to them, and they'll forgive the remainder of the remaining year of the contract. But then they just resell these phones as they refurbish them and resell these phones to developing markets like India and the Middle East and stuff. It's really disgusting. Anyhow, November 13th, she had decided that it was wire hangers that were making her feel old and worn out. Stretched out t-shirt and the faded sunset there. No wire hangers. All right. November 18th. Oh, look at that pizza box. In the morning, all he was left with was one cold, distant slice. Nobody even saw this one. A cold, distant slice. Oh, yuck. I remember this, and it was a bad idea then. It's a bad idea now. November 20th, 2014, the gumdrops led him to believe that he may be a bubblegum turkey as opposed to a dangerously undercooked one, as opposed to dangerously undercooked. Lead. Oh, lead. Yeah. You mean lead. Proofreader abuse. Of course. Yes, both are remarkably unappetizing. All right, lead. Present tense. All right, November 25th. Unable to be insightful, the news chose to simply be inciting. Just what we were talking about. That's one hot headliner. Yeah, and it wasn't even bad yet. In 2014, it hadn't really gotten to this critical mass it is now. And then people trying to, this whole like disinformation, misinformation. It's really ridiculous. People want to now choose. Wow, great graphics. How fitting for today. Now that's one hot headline. All right. So 27th. She always found used Band-Aids charmingly filthy. A little bit on the dirty side. Charmingly filthy. So December 2014, December 2nd, expedited shipping added the convenience of regretting your purchase much sooner. Yay, but the post office loves you for it. Extra money for them. Yeah, right. All right, December 4th. It became obvious they were using the wrong cards once a pair of zombies beat a royal goblin flush. Haha, magic cards in a poker game. All right. And polyhedral dice for some reason. December 9th, somehow they had become involved in a very misguided criminal enterprise. Oh, yeah, that's another money laundering joke. Yeah, that's so stupid. I think this one's a little too subtle, though. It's like wallets in the washing machine. Yeah, I needed to make a reference to laundering, I think. Oh, let's see, what else? Very wet. I don't get it. I'll take that money if you're not using it. All right. Ooh, a projector joke. December 11th, he often had performance issues in brightly lit rooms. Aha, projector but he didn't have the courage to turn the lights off. Nice. He should learn to project a bit more. Oh, that's good. P. coli. December 16th. Uh-oh, more copy-paste. Look at that. Infinite cookies with digital cartooning. December 16th. Somehow, every year, a cookie overcrowding problem was created, but then solved. Dun, dun, dun. Christmas cookie jokes. Oh, yeah, we're into Christmas now. Yeah, 2014. The holidays seem to be the hardest on the naughty. There's something disgusting in that stocking. Is he naughty or putting chocolate there for Santa? Haha. Oh, yeah, right. Hung up on the fireplace. Sometimes naughty gets really nice things. 23rd. Ooh. Parking lot snowmen had much lower standards for acceptable partners. Yeah, I love I've done that a couple of times, drawn that weird gray snow. Like, I just remember that as a kid, like, trudging through this gray, this, like, charcoal gray slush that used to be snow, but it's full of so much crud from cars driving over it in the parking lot. Poor things. Oops. Next time it snows, I'm in a parking lot, and not in the near future. So take a can of white spray paint along with me. Nice. No, pure as the wind-driven snow types for sure. All right, is that here? I'm here already. All right, more Christmas. The fruitcake held onto the hope that he was still food and not a holiday decoration. It was somehow okay for a paper bag to do things a wastebasket refused. Oof, that's not even Christmas related. It's just me having a lack of ideas. Oh, yeah, that's right. So we're after Christmas. We're already in January. So January 1st, so we'll finish January. We did November, December, January. Starting the year with a blank page felt somehow both tremendously liberating and completely terrifying. Terrifying right up to the point where you put your first mark. All right, January 6th. No, January 6th has a whole new... September 11th, January 6th. All the lovely dates of America. The wrong choice could result in an upsetting amount of pulp. Yeah, there's... Yeah, I don't know if it's still going on, but for some reason, all the big jugs of orange juice in the supermarket in the U.S. had all these like no pulp, some pulp, very pulpy. That's why I make sure it says no pulp before I buy it. Uh-oh, we have a big pulp discussion. There's nothing wrong with pulp. Well, your orange juice is safe then. That's where you go half and half. Half pulp. Some pulp. All pulp. Yeah, just a jug full of crushed oranges. All right. January 8th, he wondered if the wheels on the bus were this annoying. Yeah, so the dump truck is thinking about that song. All right, what was the other comment here? If sung infinitum, they are. So the wheels on the truck kept falling off. January 13th. Yeah, some of these I remember printing them as other things. Recently, all of his opinions and ideas looked rather similar. Huh. Yeah, what was this? Yeah, just being a target. I forget some kind of feeling overly criticized. January 15th. It was either the condensation or their miserable relationship that made the coasters so clingy. Alright, sprinkle the coasters with salt. Oh, that's right, I remember this advice from 8 years ago. Well, someday we'll catch up. January 20th, there's my take on Entenmann's. The hostility of the assortment proved that they were all the same boring plain donuts underneath. Hostile donuts, but they all taste so good. Boring cake donuts. January 22nd, the squeaky sound made pretending to be food on the floor even more humiliating. dog squeaky toys. So you have to listen to real food making a squeaking sound. January 27th, the battle against aging seemed to be waged exclusively in Hollywood and the Far East. Miracle beauty products from the Far East. I'm that old. Dry and dusty says I'm that old. Nice. And up the road comes Botox. All right, January 29th. He was disheartened to learn that all the talk about the Super Bowl trademark was not about him. He was not a Super Bowl. Aw, he's not a Super Bowl. He's just a regular bowl. Then he rolled and tipped the other bottles onto the bowl and broke it. Oops. And what's the lineup is pretty disheartening. It's Clintons and Bushes. What? All right. Oh, yeah, that's right, because we're probably getting near that time of year. Whatever. Sorry. Oh, yes, February. So the first one in February. We'll stay here. Whatever colors kept colors bright and white's white was completely beyond their understanding. Some kind of fabric softener and color save bleach. All right. So we'll mark this for next time. So we'll do February, March, April next time. Just keeps coming. Yeah, we're in 2015 now. What? What's going on? Google Docs is acting very strange. There must be some updating. All right, so let's write some cartoons. Sorry, I'm not keeping a good eye on the chat. Let me look at the combined chat just in case I'm missing some Twitch. There we go. All right. So let's see how we're doing. Yeah, doesn't look like... anything. Okay, yeah, so it is working on Twitch. So hello, Twitch. It's been a while, a couple of weeks there where Twitch wasn't working. I don't know if it was a bit rate problem or not. All right, so let's write. I guess we can get this out of the way now, not in the way of the camera. Let's write some jokes on these guys. So here's Unknown Girls, Fiji Mermaid. All right. Yeah, was it the eighth wonder of the world? Is that the terminology that they used to use? Of the world. So the Grand Canyon is called the eighth wonder of the world. So 11 things build as the eighth wonder of the world. All right. Okay, so okay. With careful biting. No, I'm not, I don't want to imply too much human interaction. Eighth, ATH. Right, it's 8. Is there 2 T's? Oh, of course they don't write it out. Eighth. Just 8. Yeah, just H at the end. Eighth wonder. Wonder of the world. It was not the eighth wonder of the world. But so let's put this at the beginning instead of doing a but. But So the Gummy Mermaid competed for 8th Wonder of the World status. Keep that phrase together. Competed for? Yeah, competed for, yeah, the recognition. So, billed as. So, 8th Wonder of the World is an unofficial title given to new buildings, structures, projects that people deem comparable to the 7 Wonders. Also, it's for natural occurrences, so it's not for freak show. So, let's go back to Fiji Mermaid. And how was Fiji Mermaid billed? So, a significant departure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no explanation of. Oh, yeah, so yeah, at the. Oh, or should we talk? Yeah, should the joke be about it being fake? Instead of 8th Wonder of the World, maybe a fake. Without its discarded parts. Oh, okay, yeah, let's do an obvious hoax. So, so how about this? In the presence of its discarded parts, the Gummy Mermaid was an obvious hoax. The presence of its discarded parts, the Gummy Mermaid was an obvious. All right. An obvious hoax. There's no such thing as a mermaid bear gummy version. Okay. In the presence of its discarded parts, the Gummy Mermaid was an obvious hoax. Yeah, that's something like that I think is better instead of weird status. 8th Wonder of the World status. All right. Okay, and let's check out. Okay, and then the PVC. Yeah, so, So, project leftovers. So, even project leftovers dreamed. Or not dreamed. Of bigger. So, maybe not even. Dreamed of bigger, better things. The project Leftovers dreamed of bigger, better things. Yeah, Leftovers? Is that a good... leftovers? Leftover material. Yeah, calling them leftovers, though, is good. Yeah, not scraps, especially when it's like unused pieces. Repurposing. Yeah, leftovers. Yeah, because they're fittings, that PVC fittings, pipe. All right. So sometime being called up in the future for bigger, better things. I think that works. The project leftovers dreamed of bigger, better things. I think. Oh, so sorry about the timing. Everyone is going to miss a brutal convenience store segment. The project leftovers dreamed of bigger, better things. In the presence of its discarded parts, the gummy mermaid, was an obvious hoax. Okay, yeah, that's how I'm going to spell gummy mermaid. Okay. All right. In the presence of its discarded parts, the gummy mermaid was an obvious hoax. All right. Well, here you go. Unknown girl, the mermaid. If this doesn't fulfill the ask of your donation, I'll definitely do something else. But I just had this funny idea. Kind of funny. Somewhat funny. So we'll upload that and this one. All right. And so to not wanting to make this a habit, but we're going to have a pretty brutal convenience store segment, but it's not going to turn into one of those eat disgusting things every week. There we go. Let's reopen the gummy mermaid. That's visually, I think that's more fun looking. This one? Oh no, that's 7. It's 12. All right. There we go. All right. So let's switch over convenience store time. Hey, is it working? Yes, okay. Okay, so let's not make this a habit. But we're doing a weird one this week. So Lotte, I guess a Lotte is the the Ghana chocolate has a new snack, and it's for a limited time. Fortunately, it's for a limited time because I don't think they're going to sell many of these. Maybe only I am buying this. So this is, you read it right, a black chocolate or dark chocolate covered shrimp cracker. So so who is it? The Kappa. That's right. Kappa Ebi, Ebisen, maybe Senbei cracker. So Kappa shrimp crackers, which is another brand. This is the logo for the shrimp crackers. Covered in Ghana. So Ghana makes nice dark chocolate. It's not too sweet. It's pretty good dark chocolate. So I love this dark chocolate, but underneath the chocolate is going to be a sweet, fishy, salty cracker. So, yeah, let's see if Kappa's takeover, or Ghana's takeover of the Kappa is... Let's see how it goes. This might be, just from the smell of this, it might be brutal. So, not to make this a habit, but I really wanted to try something weird because convenience stores, like, there's always fish snacks, but there's not weird combination snacks like this. So I'm really afraid of this first smell. Okay, so they're completely sealed. All you can smell is chocolate. And here's what you can't see at all. Here's kind of what they look like. And it's so black. The blackness of the bag. So here's what they look like. They look like shrimp crackers covered in chocolate. Yeah, so this is... So imagine this just in a crunchy, toasted orange colored cracker. So this is what they look like. Yeah, they are... And I think they had to do this because maybe if the shrimp smell was allowed to escape. So the chocolate looks very waxy because it's not going to melt in my hands anytime soon. It's a very waxy coated cracker because underneath is a world of hurt. So here we go. Ghana's Kappa AB cracker, Kappa shrimp cracker, chocolate covering, and this is their black chocolate, so they're dark chocolate. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It even looks terrible. It looks like some kind of recycled caterpillar or something. Okay. Chocolate. The chocolate's pretty dominant. Because these crackers are pretty fishy. Like the AB crackers are pretty fishy. It's I don't get any. I'll have to try a couple probably. But the chocolate is very dominant. It's a nice dark chocolate. Not super bitter, but not sweet either. So it's a nice mild dark chocolate. But it's got it's got the texture of a cracker, which is very sealed in the a little bit. But you know how shrimp crackers are sweet? They've got a weird there's a weird fishy sweetness. And I thought that would be like they're usually quite salty and have that sweetness of shrimp. Yeah, it's not a interesting combination because it's not like a chocolate covered pretzel or anything because the chocolate is so dominant. But here, there's the cross section, so it is the the little shrimp cracker. I don't even see like the shrimp coating. Oh, it doesn't smell particularly fishy. I wonder if they forgot to put the shrimp powder on the outside first. Or I guess it's actually in the cracker itself. Yeah, not fishy at all. Oh, okay. Well, I dodged a bullet. These are actually pretty good because they don't taste. They just taste like rice crackers, like chocolate covered rice crackers. There's no saltiness. So it's not. Maybe it is because the chocolates taste nice. So maybe there's a little bit of salt that the is kind of assisting the chocolate flavor. It's just mixing so heavily, and the chocolate is so dominant that you don't get any like there's little tiny bits of something that's not rice, not puffed rice. Yeah, the chocolate is just something, but it's not unpleasant. Weird. Okay, well, I thought this was going to be a gag fest. I thought you'd see me spit out my first convenience store snack, but I think they did a good job of sealing them pretty crazily. So if this was a like a softer chocolate, or it absorbed a little bit into the cracker and it let it breathe a little bit more, because the bag itself is just only chocolate smell. There's no seafood. Chocolate covered seafood sounded terrible, so I had to buy it. So that's probably why everyone is buying these, just to see how terrible they are. But I'm wondering, let me see if it, oh, okay, there's a little, yeah, there was a little bit, yeah, as it's starting to like build up. Yeah, it says, oh, okay. Yeah, the more you eat, like the more it kind of builds up a little bit. There's a little bit of something in there. Just tastes like you dropped your cracker, your chocolate snack in the ocean at low tide. Yeah, it's there, but the chocolate is pretty strong. Wow. So really strange. So you may never see these in your life, because they're only around for a limited time, and they're not terrible. It's nice chocolate, but there's no, there's something going on. It's affecting the taste of the chocolate a little bit, but not in a way that I thought. I thought it would be very dominant, because these crackers are very fishy, and they're good for like a beer snack or drinking snack. because they're salty and a little bit sweet from the shrimp, so they're easy to eat and drink with like a little bit what they call karakuchi, or like a little bit bitter beer here. The lager beers in Japan have a little bit of a bite to them, so they taste kind of nice. They're very light, but they taste nice with food because they're a little bit bitter. But this would be strange with beer. So this is just a novelty snack. But Ghana always does a nice gold. Look at the beautiful gold packaging and everything. So Ghana's Kappa Ebi takeover of their shrimp crackers. It's just odd, but it doesn't make you gag or anything. So even if you don't like, maybe you'd be more sensitive than I am to the seafood taste if you hate seafood. But there's just a little weirdness in there. That's about it, because the chocolate's very, very strong. So the visual itself this is the most disturbing part, I think, of the snack, is the visual of half of a shrimp cracker being dipped in chocolate. So I literally thought this was going to taste like garbage. I thought I would like taste one and like almost spit it out and then end the segment. But yeah, the chocolate is just too powerful. It can't be stopped. Ghana chocolate. It's quite a statement for Ghana chocolate. Yeah, the Ghana black chocolate. It's always around. Every grocery store, supermarket, convenience store has it in Japan. So if you want to try an interesting like domestic chocolate in Japan, Ghana is pretty good. So Meiji and Ghana, I think, are the two big brands. There's a weird taste in my mouth, but it's not strong. Yeah, there was some shrimp powder kind of in that chocolate, but I just feel strange. I don't feel disgusted or sick. So there we go. What I thought was going to be a gross out segment. So yeah, if you missed it, then you didn't miss a lot. There wasn't any embarrassment or humiliation involved in eating these. So yeah, Ghana's takeover. Ghana and Kappa AB shrimp shrimp snacks. So we'll keep an eye out for more weirdness from the convenience stores. All right. Well, that is probably going to do it. Yeah, kind of a short one this week. I for some reason, I was like kind of preloaded with some ideas. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the PC any earlier. It was the usual busy, hot university day. It's going to change the next couple of weeks. My Thursday may be free, so like when I had the brief holiday in August, I'll be able to get online earlier for next two Thursdays. So look forward to that, and hopefully the convenience store will provide us with something equally as exciting, and I'll avoid the gummy. I'll avoid more gummies. I just wish I was close enough to a refrigerator that we could do ice cream in the summertime, but yeah, there's just no way. By the time I get to the convenience store segment, it's just going to be soup in a bag. So yes, so what I thought would be a gross out fest ended up being not that bad. I don't know if I'm going to eat all of those, but yeah, we'll we'll try again next week. See what catches my eye. So I most often go to 7-Eleven. So a lot of what you're seeing. So the funny thing is the opening and my graphics are all Family Mart, and the products are almost all 7-Eleven. So I gotta get a sponsorship here for this to make any sort of sense, right? One of these little convenience stores. So thank you for joining me. And these are gonna go. Oh yeah, we can do. Everybody loves this part, so I'll do this part. Where I'm uploading the cartoons live on stream. I have my FTP client open. Are you guys getting all this? All right. So I'll be back tomorrow on the other channel for the weekly with Chris. I think it's going to work out schedule-wise this week. So we'll be on a little bit later than usual, probably about 1:40 Japan time. So that's like 9:40, I believe, West Coast in America. So then, 10:40, 11:40, 12:40. So if you're in New York, it's about 12:30. So let's see here. Yeah, but we'll be doing some tabletop talk and a little bit of AI art which is always an upsetting discussion. All right. So uploaded they are. So this is September 7th and September 12th that we did today. So the 7th is the PVC pipes, which goes up probably tomorrow. And then Gummy Mermaid is on the 12th. All right. So, yeah, thanks for joining me. And we'll do this again next week, earlier and longer and all that good stuff. And I'll try to find a fun snack. So, yeah, abusecartoons.com. If you're watching from the archives, you want to check out the website. The archive of 20 years of domestic abuse. Oh, yeah, that was a funny thing I noticed on Twitter. My Abuse Cartoons account was followed by... Wait, I gotta bring it up. The something very odd. The strangulation, some sort of what is that? Oh, I can't even find anything. The there was some like people that were dealing with strangulation victims or something. Oh, that's right. I never recognized that stupid X. Yeah, so now my cartoon channel or my cartoon account is being followed by the Institute for Addressing Strangulation. Yeah, I guess abuse. They probably just have bots following everything that says abuse. Anyhow, gocomics.com/domestic abuse is the archive for the last 20 years of this cartoon. So thousands of cartoons up there if you'd like to check them out. And there's a Patreon. So thank you to Unknown Girl and John for being loyal patrons for many years now. Thank you so much. Patreon.com/abusecartoons to support what's going on and the chance to get physical books and things. And I will even do some coloring, like hand coloring of originals and stuff, if you're up for something like that. So thanks so much for joining me, and we'll do this again next week, a little earlier, a little longer. So thanks for watching, and True Help TV. Glad you're back to running, and things are getting back to normal. Hopefully see you next week. Take care, and goodbye.